This is UAP Disclosure Files, brought to you by Systems of Civilization. First, some context. Why now, and why so serious? On May 8, 2026, the United States government launched Pursue, the Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters. This is a public website that publishes declassified UAP files for anyone to read, with no security clearance required. Ordered by President Trump as a transparency initiative, the release has been extraordinary. The Pentagon announced that Americans can now instantly access the federal government's declassified UAP files, including videos, photos, and original source documents from across multiple agencies, all centralized in one place. In just the past few weeks, 3 batches of files have been released, each more striking than the last. Let's go through the most significant incidents that have now been confirmed or disclosed. On October 30, 2024, off the coast of Yemen, a U.S. MQ-9 Reaper drone locked onto a fast-moving orb. A second Reaper fired a Hellfire missile. The explosion lit up the sky, but the orb kept flying, untouched. At a 2025 congressional hearing, lawmakers were stunned. A weapon designed to destroy armored targets didn't just fail, it appeared to bounce off the object. The incident raises urgent questions about what kind of technology can survive a direct missile strike, and who, or what, is operating it. In late 2025, a military helicopter lifted into the night over a remote test range in the western United States. On board was a senior U.S. intelligence officer and his flight crew, trained observers with years of operational experience. What began as a routine response to unexplained thuds in the mountains quickly became one of the most detailed UAP encounters ever recorded. For more than an hour, the crew watched multiple superhot orange orbs rise from the terrain, flare brightly, and maneuver at low altitude. The objects swarmed in every direction before locking into a precise triangle around the helicopter. Ground teams reported that one orb lifted off the mountainside and close to within 10 feet of the aircraft. Fighter jets scrambled to the scene were then pursued by the same objects. In his declassified memo, the intelligence officer wrote that the encounter was unlike anything in his career, leaving the entire crew, in his words, virtually speechless. This case became one of the standout incidents in the Pentagon's 2026 UAP releases, and it left investigators with a question no one in the chain of command could answer. What was in that airspace, and how did it get that close? The Pentagon's newly released UAP files included an October 2024 case labeled Orbs Over the Pond. According to the official incident summary, a single luminous sphere was recorded hovering above a pond in the northeastern United States. Estimated distance from the camera, 2,700 feet. The object showed plasma-like characteristics, no solid structure, no visible hardware. Its shape and brightness fluctuated, shifting between a tight sphere and a diffuse glow. It held a fixed position over the water with no drift, no propulsion signature, and no aerodynamic surfaces. Analysts ruled out drones, aircraft, balloons, and lanterns based on the object's stability and luminosity behavior. The Pentagon stated the light pattern did not match known atmospheric plasma events, including ball lightning or ionization flares. The footage was classified as unresolved and included in the 2026 public release due to its non-conventional energy profile. Bottom line: a stationary, shape-shifting luminous sphere behaving like a controlled energy source, not a physical craft. No explanation was assigned. Our fourth story tonight takes us to one of the most sensitive locations in the United States, Pantex, the Department of Energy's primary nuclear weapons assembly and disassembly plant. Newly released DOE security files confirm multiple UAP incursions over Pantex in recent years, including 2015, 2022, and 2023, each classified as a management interest incident, meaning they triggered elevated internal response protocols. Security teams reported objects hovering over restricted zones, moving with non-standard flight profiles, and in some cases accelerating away faster than any known drone. And here's the part that matters. This isn't new. UAP activity around nuclear sites is one of the most consistent patterns in the entire historical record, stretching from Cold War missile fields to modern nuclear storage depots. Declassified documents from the US, the UK, and even the former Soviet Union describe objects hovering over missile silos, pacing nuclear-armed bombers, and appearing during weapons tests. The behavior is remarkably consistent. Close approach, silent observation, rapid departure. Analysts offer several theories, from surveillance of humanity's most destructive technology to stress testing security responses, to the possibility that a non-human intelligence is monitoring nuclear risk. Whatever the explanation, the pattern is real, it spans decades, and the newly released Pantex files show it's still happening today. Now we have to consider, what are we dealing with? What are the possible explanations? We think about this in 3 categories. Category 1. Foreign adversary technology. In 2026, that phrase means one thing: advanced Chinese drone systems operating far beyond what most people think is possible. We're talking about platforms capable of extreme altitude flight, silent propulsion, radar-evading profiles, and maneuverability that looks like UFO behavior to the untrained eye. These systems are designed to probe, map, and test responses. Category 2. Unknown technology of undetermined origin. Former U.S. Navy F-18 pilot Ryan Graves, now chair of the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics UAP Committee, has stated that highly credible people and professional observers are seeing objects that appear to exhibit capabilities beyond the state-of-the-art, and that there seems to be a core anomalous aspect that simply cannot be rationalized away. Category 3. Something we don't yet have a framework for. The Pentagon's own files include encounters of UAPs in Iraq, Syria, the United Arab Emirates, Greece, and Africa, suggesting these sightings are global, consistent, and not isolated events. The honest answer: we don't know what is happening. And that is exactly why this needs to be monitored, reported, and discussed every single week. That's your Alien News Roundup for this week. We'll be back every week with the latest developments, what's confirmed, what's credible, and what the governments of the world are, or aren't, telling us. At Systems of Civilization, we've always believed that the biggest mysteries deserve serious investigation. This is no different. Subscribe to the channel, follow us on Facebook, and we'll see you next week.